Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my tomb. We'll spend the night together stealing Egyptian treasure. Boom, boom, boom. Jewels, riches, and heirlooms. Let's spend the night together desecrating this tomb. Whoa, whoa. Hello, lovelies. Welcome back. Whoa, whoa. Let's rob some graves. Whoa, what? No, I'm not gonna sing the entire episode. Nah. Not because I can't. Because you don't deserve it. Not for free. You've had a little taste. You had a little something for your earworm to nibble on. Now buy the concert tickets. Buy them. Please, lovelies. Book the O2 for some reason. £750,000 in debt. One thing led to another. You know, got 5 angry looking men flying in from South Africa to do the stage pyrotechnics a week from tomorrow. I don't know how to tell them I can't pay them. In their combative knife valve dialect, they're gonna break my legs and enjoy doing it. And in that way, they're a lot like this week's stage of Tomb Raider 2. See, my ranting and raving goes somewhere semi-relevant occasionally. Level 13, Catacombs of the Talion. A bitter, winding system of death trap haunted caverns with a fetish for making you clamber up to higher places, snack away on your health bar when you fuck up jumping off of them. That's the leisurely method it will use to take your legs from you with. That's the slow burn. If it's in a bad fucking mood with you, it might just crap a Yeti on top of you and have it break your jelly joggers in half with its hairy snowman rage, expending no more effort or civility than as if you were an intruding Kit Kat. Yeah, this is what really pisses me off in Tomb Raider 2. Bloody hired goons follow me into ancient places I unlocked, sacred corners of the earth that I did the hard work to get into, and in they stride, bold as shithouse rats, like a pair of fucking Japanese tourists. Gift shops in hell, you 2-pack of sightseeing slags, you guidebook cuddling gringos. You know what I'm talking about. I was one making death-defying leaps from one end of Barkhang Monastery to the other, gathering up all the keys, all the prayer wheels, flip-flop, handstand, backspring, hurdle, bollocking through the traps, through the mountains, shoving crates of souvenir t-shirts about that read, "You don't have to be a tetchy-bald bastard to come to Barkhang Monastery, but if you're not, we'll stab you straight in the fucking kidneys with a spear." That's me doing all that. You haven't earned anything, you just bloody shot at me. Which, if I may, is a really fucking stupid idea. Nobody else is gonna break into these dusty hellholes for you, are they? No one else is gonna half kill themselves running these antediluvian parkour championships. Christ on the toilet, none of you lazy fuckwits can even climb a ladder, let alone execute a point-perfect standing backflip to forward-facing grab and shimmy while teabagging a family of snow leopards with a grenade launcher. You'd be lost without me. Honest to God, best thing Lara could do if she truly wanted to jam a wrench into half of these evil schemes is to just stay the fuck home. Put her feet up, like, enjoy being disgustingly rich for once. But she won't, will she? We all know why. Lara just likes murdering and looting too much, and that kind of shit draws too much attention back home. Better to fly off to the mountains of some third world country and euthanize everything there for being poorer than you. Nobody cares out here. And even if they did, the UK government aren't going to extradite their own aristocracy to face the kind of justice they deserve, so here we are, a one-woman Grim Reaper. Really just a kind of incurable, bloodthirsty shell of a human being that, God forbid, she ever answer for her crimes. The absolute first thing she'd do upon being released from prison would be to break into a museum and set fire to a dog shelter on the way back, because there is no rehabilitating a monster like Lara Croft. She slaughters and pillages and inserts herself into as many crisis-level events as she can find, because taking life, taking possessions away from other living things, is the ravenous profane compulsion that has grown to replace both her sex drive and her maternal urges, culminating in, if you will, a cancerous perversion of biological purpose, a creature whose most basic attunement with that most ultimate goal that spurs the ambition of all living species, that of reproduction, has been force-fed back through the dark mirror of the genesis of existence and re-emerged as an ear-splitting squall commanding the unabridged annihilation of life as we know it. I mean, you know, you're not going to find that in any of Lara's official biographies, but then they only get so much space to write in those game manuals, don't they? Tell you what is in Lara's official biography, though. Her official core design biography, mind you, not whatever teary-eyed Jane Austen reading Baby Lamb cuddling fanfiction passes for the Crystal Dynamics one. I don't care about that, imposter. Lara's favourite movies. You want to field a guess there, Crusaders? There's 2 listed, so you get a fair chance. No, it's not Japanese snuff porn. What's the matter with you? Good guess, though. Alright, if you said Indiana Jones, any of the Indiana Jones trilogy, you're wrong! Ah! Ha ha! What is even the point of you, you wronger? You false thing, you... Indiana Jones, indeed. Oh no, one singular boulder trap, how thrilling. Come on. If you said Reindeer Christ, an impenetrable retelling of the Bible through experimental taxidermy, no prizes today. Unless you can give me the studio address of the motherfuckers that stole my big summer blockbuster idea. No, officially confirmed, Lara's 2 favourite movies are Deliverance, the feel-good camping adventure where Ned Beatty is raped by river people and Burt Reynolds nearly killed himself paddling a canoe over a fucking waterfall instead of using a stunt dummy because Burt Reynolds has such titanic gonads that they are legally classed as hand luggage, and Aguirre, the Wrath of God, which is relatively unheard of, but is a similarly breezy, carefree tale about Spanish conquistadors sailing down the Amazon River, stabbing heretics in the face. One of my favourites too, if only because of the insane production stories starring the film's lead actor, Klaus Kinski, who, and I must stress, if you never heard of or properly investigated the man, that is a rewarding 2 or 3 upcoming hours of your life that I envy your virginity to. Was by most accounts a fatally irritable kind of thespian. At one point during a break from filming, he became aggravated with a level of noise that a hut full of extras would make him while playing cards, and so, you know, skipping that level of escalation that other movie stars might indulge, whereby you have an assistant ask them to keep it down, or maybe even just have them fired. Kinski decided to fire at them, popping 3 bullets blind into the side of the hut and blowing the ends of one of their fingers off. Really just a wonderful film that you can feel the positive energy just radiating off the fucking thing. There's a great climax involving monkeys, just monkeys everywhere, and again, embodying that gentle nobility and awe that Hollywood casts over us all. Herzog got those monkeys, 400 of them by most accounts, by stumbling across a gang of local trappers loading them onto a ship at the docks. He impersonated a vet, stuck them in the back of his own truck, and just fucking fled back into the rainforest with his stolen monkey treasure. That's how you bring a movie in under budget, lovelies. That's the secret. Steal everything, especially monkeys. We're in the middle of this somewhat elaborate Yeti trap right here, standout section of an otherwise fairly unremarkable level. There's one of the noisy bastards still lurking downstairs who isn't quite as mindlessly bold as his dead buddies. Gotta play Yeti games. Here are the rules. Stand here, Yeti will run at you, Yeti will die. Well, that was fun for me. Who am I to judge Yeti culture? Oh no, that wasn't cultural appropriation, was it? I didn't mean to. If you're the kind of terminally afraid breed of curtain twitcher that likes to keep track of which mythical beasts are most likely to break down your door in the night and devour you in your bed, it might interest you to know the latest scientific findings on the Yeti. Well, say latest. 2014 gave us a genetic survey conducted on around 30 samples of hair attributed to cryptozoological primates, the Yeti included, and the testing indicated that the Yeti was in all likelihood a kind of highly aggressive bear hybrid, probable crossing of your typical brown and polar bears, whose heritage may trace all the way back to the last ice age, so don't you worry. No ivory-fleeced nightmare gorillas to fear in this world, nervous plebeian. Just enormous primeval ice bears with the vicious combined temper of the two most aggressive existing species, and probably glowing red eyes and untold powers of wound regeneration. See? Much better. Sleep well? Yes, it is indeed bears, are most often mistakenly identified as yetis, even types of bear that live in the wild today. A common culprit is the Tibetan blue bear, a shy subspecies that are apparently very hard to come by due to their natural environment. One of the behavioural characteristics that those who have met the blue bear seem to comment on, however, is its propensity for strolling around on its hind legs, much as your element-ravaged imagination might expect a bipedal terror monkey to do. So, Tibetan mythology lets us all down with its lies once again. For shame. Worth noting too is that despite the Buddhist theming of last week's stage, the Yeti is actually a creature from a mythology set far older, going all the way back to stories of the Himalayan Lepcha people, who paid tribute to an ape-like god of the hunt, a glacial being or simply wild man who wielded a large rock as a weapon and was accompanied by the howling gales of the mountain wherever he went. Now, the blood of this formidable beast was said to have mystical properties and was sought after for the rituals and ceremonies that eventually took shape into the Bon religion, which is still practiced to a notable extent today. Around 10% of Tibetans identify as practitioners of Bon. There are still a good 300 or so monasteries and retreats in and around the region stretching into western China. It's not radically different from Buddhism, not in its current form anyway. Who knows what it was like before the days of the Tibetan Empire and the great Buddhist suppression of native belief and mysticism, or even if it had any organised religious element to it at all. Much more likely that it was, as many separatist schools of ancient Asian religion are, a loose set of indigenous rituals and superstitions given binding and system by Buddhist influence. Sorry, I've gone all brooding academic on you again, haven't I? Fuck Yetis! Big white honking sleek gibbons. They got dreadlocks here as well. Now that is cultural appropriation, I think. I'll check Twitter and get back to you. You notice in this game, if you let them get close enough to you, they throw punches. Legitimately well-trained left and right hooks straight at your head. I mean, most mindless primal apes either kind of swat wildly at you or grab hold of you in a vice grip and bite your nose off, but these Yetis, they're a portable ring announcer and a Russian accent away from being Rocky franchise villains. If you're looking for a good Yeti-based horror movie to carry the party on after we flee from their territory here, might I recommend that you stop wasting your time, because there are none. Seriously, Yetis get a worse deal than mummies in horror movies. The best of them is far and away The Abominable Snowman, the late 50s hammer flick with Peter Cushing, but it's far more of the type of movie where man is the real monster, you know what I'm saying? You want stupid, mindless creature carnage, your next best bet's probably Night of the Howling Beast, 1975. Although that's more or less a werewolf picture featuring Yeti attacks. Don't ask, don't even attempt to convince me to summarise that fucking movie for you. It was a Spanish mid-70s horror flick. They didn't have plots. They just had blood and Paul Nashi. Yetis don't seem to get much love in filmmaking. You know, different fucking story with Bigfoot. Can't move for shitty goddamn Bigfoot pictures. Probably because it's cheaper to shoot in a forest than it is halfway up a mountain, I guess. God, I hate this part. There's always some real luck of the draw shit right here. You can either nail all these leopards at once, or you gotta dick around baiting them out one by bloody one. Come here, you spotty fucking cat. Ah, god damn it. Alright, in we go. Oh yeah, as if by fucking magic, there he is. Abracadabra. Where are we anyway? You might be wondering to yourself, who or what the sodding pigeon is a Talion, and why is it never referenced anywhere in the game? 'Tis? What are you talking about? Don't you pay attention to anything? Let me help you out. You remember back in the very first introductory cutscene to the game, where the battle monks slay the dragon emperor, and then they take the dagger of Xian, and they head under the great wall, and come to the door, you know, do you remember that golden doorknob you see for literally 1 fucking second they twist to open the chamber? That's the Talion. I know, I bet you feel alright bloody plumb for forgetting that beast of a plot point, don't you? So yeah, this is essentially the catacombs of the doorknob, and I've always found it strange that there's so much story build up to the discovery of the Seraph, when all that piece of tit does is open the gates to this place. The Talion's the real prize we're after here. The Talion is the only way to open that ramshackle door to the Temple of Xian back in China. Absolutely the only way to pass that elderly, rotten, insect-devoured gate that looks like it might fly off its hinges if you stand 10 feet away and fart at it. Must non-negotiably possess the Talion to make it past that gate. So why is there no escalation to it or mention of it whatsoever? I mean, it's not even here, it's in the next level, the Ice Palace. Can't keep it here, can you? Can't keep it in the cavern directly named after it. Why? Well, that's just giving the fucking game away, that. So, we're gonna have to stay just one more night in Tibet, lovelies. Call your loved ones, remind them that our travel arrangements are eternally subject to change based on the deceitful naming of levels. And join me next week for more Yetis, more showing off with that mid-air spinny jump, and an honest-to-goodness boss fight, rare as Kraken tears, so precious. We're burning down the Ice Palace.